If you have been enjoying my channel, then please press the subscribe button to show your appreciation. Thank you.
Something about Islam. I don't understand. I don't understand why Muslims. Muslims claim that.
I refrain to answer you before you bring me any kimchi. You bring kimchi, we talk. Go ahead.
Okay. So I want to know. Muslims claim that Jesus Christ is a prophet, just a prophet of Allah, right?
Prophet, yeah.
So if he is a prophet, what is a prophet for what? So they claim that Jesus Christ was born by a virgin, but he was not crucified. So what did he do here on the earth? I don't understand what they claim.
He come, he say hello, meet some friends, they go to the coffee shop. They have at that time very fast internet. He received revelation from Allah even when he was a kid before he was born. Before he was born, he received revelation. Where here, hey Muslims, where Jesus received the revelation? When? The guy, he just born and he is saying, I am a prophet of Allah. And then Muhammad, 40 years after he became 40 years in age, he could not understand that he became a prophet. So the angel starts squeezing him. You idiot. You just become a prophet. I am the angel of Allah. Read. And the prophet says, what do you know? I cannot read. So it's just so stupid. The Messiah in the cradle, according to the Quran, he speak wisdom of God when he learned it before he was born. That means Jesus, he knew the wisdom of God before his birth, for he is the word of God. All right.
Yeah, and I'm sorry for my English, but I think there are many errors, historical errors in Quran. For example, many historical records in Quran are incorrect, as long as I know. For example, there was Haman in the Old Testament, but in Quran, Muhammad claims that Haman was a manager of Egyptian pharaoh. But in Old Testament, he was I forgot, but he was from Babylon or Persia. I don't remember, but the facts are incorrect. I think many facts.
Anyway, all the stories about Muhammad is very embarrassing. The Muslim, they put a big frame around Muhammad to make him sound like amazing, and the frame is going to stay there as long as you don't question. The second you question the person whose name is Muhammad, which nobody knows really the true name. According to some reference, they say his real name is Qasim. However, the second you question Muhammad, you will find that Muhammad was a pervert, a liar, cheater. Everything. Not a single thing about this guy is not even wrong. Even he says that his cousin, they raped him. They raped him. He said that. Even he said, he claimed that a bunch of black men, they rode him. Can you find one person in the world he have all those shameful things happen to him? Imagine I say, oh, I have like 10 men, they rode on me and they were naked. This is a prophet of why 10 naked men and they are black, they are riding Muhammad. No Muslim can explain to us. And those stories are written by Muslims. And then the second we show it to them, they deny to answer. The prophet, he told a woman to give her breast for adult. Is that a normal thing to do? What happened to the conservative society and to wear a burqa? So I cannot shake hands with
That's crazy. That's insane.
Yeah, everything about this man is weird and stupid.
Yeah.
And
I'm sorry, but although I watched the previous video about the name of Allah, the God in Islam, but yesterday on Discord, some Abdurs were claiming that Allah means God in Arabic, and your Arab, so your mother tongue is Arabic. So could you tell me the truth? Does Allah mean God in Arabic?
First of all, now these days there's many they are using it as a word mean God, but
Mhm.
the origin of it, it is the two words. Allah is not one word. It is two words, al and lah. That's why you see
Mhm.
here in the chapter of Al-Fatiha, verse number 2, Alhamdu,
I see. Mhm.
Alhamdu li. This is li. I will highlight it if
Yeah.
I could. Let's see. The first letter, I could not hide one letter only. So li in Arabic mean two. Li.
Mhm. Mhm.
What is the second after it? Lah. So Alhamdulillah. Praise to lah. Thanks to lah. In this is not an Arabic word. It is a combine of
I see.
words. Two words. They are Aramaic. Remember, even the Muslims agree
Mhm.
that the father of the prophets, which they took from the Bible, that is Abraham, right?
Mhm.
And Abraham is from where?
Mhm.
He is from Iraq. He is from Ur, the city of Ur. He's a Chaldean. So this is the very well-known God for those people at that time. He is the moon god. And the Sabian, they practice the same as the Muslims. So we find that even in Muslim books, it says that the Sabian and the Muslim, they pray and they worship in a very similar way. As an example, the Sabian, they have 5 prayers. The Sabian, they have 30 days fasting. The Sabian, they do ablution like Muslims, exactly, step by step. The nose, the mouth, you can watch them even in videos. And Muhammad in the Quran, he even promised the Jews and the Christians and the Sabian to be in heaven. However, that is a problem. Why? Because the Sabian, they hate the God of the Jews and the Christians. In fact, the Sabian, they consider that the God of the Jews is their enemy. Why? Because the Sabian, they believe that Pharaoh was one of their own, which means he is Sabian. So they hate the God of the Jews, for he is the one who killed the Pharaoh. So how Muhammad, he put 3 believed in one verse, and the Sabian, they opposed totally to worship the God of the Christian and the Jews, saying they will go to heaven.
I see.
The answer is very simple. Muhammad is a hypocrite man. So, you know, what are you? You are Kamala Harris. You go to heaven, just vote for me. You like Trump? Okay, I like Trump too. Vote for me. Those who follow Trump and those who kafir Kamala, they go to heaven. So, but those are the enemy of each other. What do you mean you go to heaven? Even if you take them there, they will fight together in heaven. So Muhammad, because he's a hypocrite, he add anyone. He's trying to make. He's trying to build a more number of believers. You know, and obviously he's ignorant. If he knew what the Sabian believe, he will never say what he's saying.
Yeah. I have another question. You're Arabic Christian, right? And as far as I know, Arabic Christians pronounce the name of Jesus in Arabic Yeshua, right?
Yeshua.
I don't know.
Yeshua.
Yeshua. Like Hebrew.
No, not Yeshua. Not Yeshua. No.
But in Quran,
Yeshua.
but Quran, yeah, Yeshua. But in Quran, it's written in Quran, Jesus Christ is Isa. So what is the origin of the name Isa? If Quran is written by God, it's just it doesn't make sense.
We don't know really exactly where the word is coming from.
Yeah.
But the word Isa or Isa is a word mean camel, which does not make sense. So it is possible that Muhammad, he stole that word maybe from the same word he got the word Injil. So if you ask the Muslims, Allah, he sent the so-called Isa what book? They say to you Injil, but Injil is not an Aramaic word, is not a Hebrew word. This is a Greek word, you know. So why Allah, he called the book of the Messiah by a Greek word, right? The only way to say so, if Muhammad is acknowledging the book of John which
Mhm.
is written in Greek language, and he considered the book of John is the book of God, which is given to, and that is a contradiction. Why? Because the Quran says that Allah never sent a messenger except in the tongue of his own people. So if the book of Jesus, according to the Quran, it's called Injil, that means the book itself is a Greek book. So how the Quran saying, I never sent a messenger to any except to his people in their tongue in order to make it clear. So if Injil is a Greek word, and it is, that means Jesus is a Greek person, according to Islam, and Allah, he did not send him to the Jews, he sent him to the Greek people. Yeah.
And I'm not sure if it's true or not, but on the Korean website, I read about Muhammad, and it was written like originally he ordered Muslims pray in the direction of Jerusalem at the beginning, but then later, when Muhammad lost the debate with the Jews about religion, he was angry, and then he changed his order, and then he ordered the people to pray in the direction of Mecca. Is that true?
Everything
I'm not
Muhammad
sure.
he do, Muhammad always, if he see the Jews accusing him of copying him, Muhammad he says khalifuhum, which means act differently. So any act the Jews they say he is doing it like us, Muhammad he said, as an example, the fasting of the Jews, which is supposed to be the fasting of Moses, about Moses when he passed the sea. Muhammad he copied from the Jews, and the Jews they fasted in the month of the 10th of Muharram. Muhammad he said, okay, they said to him, okay, Prophet, but the Jews they do it in this day. He said, okay, we'll do it next year in the 9th. Yeah.
And the last question is, Muslims believe that Muhammad is the best human, and then he's like the perfect human. He doesn't make mistakes. Is that true?
Yeah, Muhammad is a very perfect human because his sin is perfect sin. You know.
So we know that he is ethically trash. He's trash.
Yeah, when he sleep with a child, that is a perfect sin. And when he go to his own son, wife, when the husband is not there, and according to Muslims, he flirt with her, obviously this is a perfect sin. And even his marriage to Khadija was by him and Khadija making the father of Khadija get drunk. That is a perfect fraud. So even the Quran says, may Allah forgive your sin, Muhammad, in the past and the future to come. So when the Muslims they say the Prophet was perfect, and then the Quran confirmed that Muhammad is a sinner all over the place, we laugh. What we know that according to Islam, the only one who never commits sin is the Messiah. No one else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So including Muhammad, all prophets were sinners, but except for Jesus Christ. So that means Quran itself proves that Jesus Christ is God. Isn't it?
Is God, yeah.
Yeah.
But the Muslims they say, oh no, because Allah he made him pure, he made him. But that doesn't make any difference because if you admit that he is pure, well, he is pure, and if you admit that Muhammad is not, that means Muhammad isn't qualified to be called Muhammad because Muhammad means the praised one. Do you praise the one who is a sinner? Why you call him the praised one if the Quran confirms he's a sinner? Do we praise him because he's a sinner? Yeah. Anyway, my friend, text me. I told you to text me. So if I when I'm in Korea, I can.
Okay.
Before we go, conditions. You pay for it.
Okay, I will just let you debate Muslims.
Oh, okay. No. You see, guys, he's trying to ignore what I'm saying. I will meet you for a coffee, and you pay for it. He keeps saying, okay, we'll meet Muslim, we'll meet Muslim. Listen, you will pay for it. Say yes.
Okay.
I mean, they don't want to pay for it. Unbelievable. I'm just joking with you. All right, brother. Thank you. Text me. Text me in Discord or in Patreon.
Hello, CP. Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Yes, Yuki. God bless you. God bless you. I've called you. We spoke before in the past. I'm a Christian. I have a Muslim friend who is watching. He does want to call. We debate sometimes.
All right.
Basically, he's trying to come to me now with a new argument, and I believe he does have a good moral compass. But his belief now is that Aisha, she was no longer 9. I don't know if you heard it. It's kind of a new thing. Even a couple of my Muslim friends
She's what?
that she wasn't 9 years old.
You see, let us say for the sake of argument, Aisha, she was 100 years old. 100 years old. That will not change the fact that Muhammad is a false prophet. You know, at the same time, the Muslim, they have clear verses in the Quran that they can marry and divorce. If you go to chapter 65.
I know.
Yeah.
65:4.
Oh, exactly.
So
if Muhammad did not have sex with Aisha when she was a kid, and the Quran says you can marry and divorce children. So is Muhammad a pervert by approving such a thing? Yes. And on top of that, this is not the reason to prove somebody is a prophet or not. Because simply, Muslim, they can find an excuse for it. What make a prophet is a prophecy, correct?
Of course, yeah.
So if I say I prophesy to you, and then the prophecies come to be true, that is a prophecy. The Bible gives us two major category for who is a prophet. If you prophesy in the name of false God, he is a false prophet, even if his prophecy come true. Or if he prophesy and his prophecies come to be wrong. Muhammad did both. He prophesied in the name of Allah, false God, and his prophecies, they are all false. And actually, you can invite your friend here now and ask him, or if you don't want to join us, tell him, can you give us a prophecy is not false?
Say that again, sorry?
You can, I just say it, if Muhammad is a prophet, then he should not give false prophecy, correct?
100%, yeah.
Okay, so now, if Muhammad, he gave a prophecy, one after one, if one of them only is a lie, Muhammad is a liar. If two is a liar. If three is a liar.
Yes.
If 5 is a liar, doesn't matter. So
even
he can join us. He can join us, or he can text you right now, your friend, the one you're talking about. He can text you the prophecy which he believes is not a lie. And we will see if we can debunk it or not.
Yeah. No, I'll get him in next time. We'll be together and we'll call together. But just for the sake of this, you know what it is, yeah? Even I've told him like that with the Aisha thing, the Quran approves this anyway. That grown men can take little children for marriage. So can you not see the correlation? But it's like he can't get his head around this first step. Because now he has a basis for his argument. They're now saying something about there's like a whole system that the age of Aisha's sister, and that it was 1 year after Hijrah, so it's impossible that she was 9. And he just fully believes this. I don't know if you've heard this new thing, that's this whatever they're saying about after Hijrah, 1 year after Hijrah, and Aisha's sister, so they do some crazy maths, and now she's all of a sudden 18.
Yeah, you see, the funny is, the Muslims themselves, their scholars, all of them, they agree that Aisha age is 6 years old when the Prophet, he married her. We call him Prophet because that's what they call him. And they say clearly that anyone who say no, he is a liar. And we can show tons of articles written by scholars, not by kids, like those, who make things up. So if there is, you see, there are scholars saying she was 6. The Abdul, they say she was not. Why? Because a scholar, he have a career. If he says something, he will lose his career. Abdul, anyone Abdul, he can say whatever he wants. He can give any answer he wants. But a person who is known, and he is supposedly a scholar, if he says something, he will lose his career if he cannot prove it. That's why all Muslim scholars, not a single one, agree with them. And that is a clear evidence that the Muslims, they lie when they say this is not true. So like this is a link as an example here in front of me, written by the Muslim scholars. The guy who was here before you, he gave me this link, the same link. And it says clearly that Aisha, she was 6 years old. And they give you all the reference And anyone who say it is not, this is false. Yeah.
Yeah. Q&A. Yeah, this is perfect. So I'm gonna send this to him as well. Do you know what it is? It's like they just it's pick and choose. Like because the way he would love for her to not be 9 years old, because I know that he's struggling with that.
She was not 9. She was 6.
Yeah.
9 is not accurate. 6 when he married her. 9 when he have full intercourse, which means between 6 and 9 he was fondling her.
Imagine. And
Yeah.
and I've heard you even say before, according to the lunar years, she would have even been younger.
Yeah.
Apparently, or something like this.
Even there is reference that Aisha, according to Muslims, she was engaged to someone before Muhammad, which means at the age of 5 or 4. However, when the Muslim they say 6, that does not mean 6, because remember, the Muslim calendar is shorter than our calendar. Yeah. So when they say 6, possibly in a certain time of the year, she will be 5, not 6. You know? Yeah. So all those hadith, the scholars confirm they are absolutely accurate. All of them.
Yeah, I've got this. I'm gonna send this to him. Yeah, 100%.
But you know,
this is perfect.
but
Yeah, he's listening as well right now. He's listening anyway. But go on.
This is a good sign. Tell him this is a good sign because he's ashamed of his prophet. That's why he is going in denial. When Muhammad he died, Aisha, she was 18. She was 18. She said she married him at the age of 6. She lived with him for 9 years. He died.
Yeah,
she was 18. The Muslim they say that no, she was 18 when he married her. I saw even someone saying she was 23. So Aisha, she was 23, but Aisha, she was playing with the dolls at the age of 23.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't know where this calculation has come from about her sister. It's like he just wants to stick to that. It's in your face. Like you can. I don't get.
Yeah, but anyway, this is not really a reason for me only. I mean, yeah, he's a pervert, but all the prophecies of Muhammad proven him to be a false prophet.
Of course.
But, and you know, the Muslim themselves, they speak about the false Messiah. They call him Ad-Dajjal. Ad-Dajjal, according to Muslims, is someone he claimed to be the Messiah, and he has extreme power. He can prophesy to you. He can tell you what is gold hiding. He can tell you what is silver hiding. He can even command the sand to become gold, and he make it gold. So, if the Dajjal, he can do all those things, yet he is a false person, how we can believe Muhammad, who cannot do any of those things, and he is a true person?
Good point.
You know.
Good point.
Yeah. So the false Messiah, according to Muhammad, even he can cut a man to pieces by his sword, and he put the two body parts in far distance, and then he can command the body to join together and be alive again. How he is the false, and yet Muhammad is the true.
Yeah.
So
it's true. It's true.
Either we accept that the false Messiah, he have power of God, because I mean that's it. He resurrect people from death. You know, he put them together.
Yeah.
And this will be contradiction with the Quran and what Muhammad says about only Allah can resurrect people.
No, for sure, yeah. Do you know what is CP? Yeah, let me tell you, I don't know, like I've got a lot of Muslim friends, and I just see like just the way they've grown up with this. It's hard, man. It's just hard for them to just believe that their whole life was a lie. Do you get what I mean? Like they can't take it, and it's their ego. That's why I try to speak to them so humbly these days, because it's ego. They don't want to be told. Because if they're wrong about Islam, it means that their mum is wrong, their sheikh was wrong, the Islamic school they went to was wrong, everything was a lie. Do you get what I mean? It's tough.
Yeah. Well, you know, if you put yourself in their shoes, Islam became your identity. So when they say Muhammad is like this, the Muslim, you have no choice but to defend, because he feel like you are just insulting what he believe in, which means you are saying to him you are stupid to believe in such a garbage.
exactly.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
and he will resist in the beginning. He will call you names. He will threat you. He will be upset. But slowly, slowly, he will find that this is true. This guy, what he is saying, it's there in front of us.
Yeah.
He's not making things up. Like, as an example, we said Muhammad, if he is giving false prophecy, he's a false prophet. Muhammad, he claimed that the Dajjal cannot invade the city of Medina. And no plague can enter the city. No plague can enter the city.
Of Medina.
Yeah. Few years after,
Okay.
the plague killed tens of thousands in Medina from plague, you know? So
The Prophet said, Al Dajjal will come to Medina and find the angels guarding it.
yeah,
So Allah willing, neither Al Dajjal nor plague will be able to come near it. Okay.
yeah. And the hadith says that people, they were in the Medina dying by tens, hundreds every day. And they are dying in a horrible death because of a plague. So Muhammad again is a false prophet. He claimed that the angels are protecting the Medina, and this is Al-Bukhari. This is very authentic hadith. So how Muhammad is a prophet and yet his prophecies proven to be false?
Once I went to Medina where there was an outbreak of disease and the people are dying rapidly, goodness me.
Yeah, but he claimed that no plague can enter the city because angels are guarding it. You know, so if we put the two hadith together, in a second we will find that Muhammad is a fraud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff. Thank you so much, CP. CP, so I've got one more question. I have a Muslima friend which I work with. She will appreciate this. I remember you mentioning one time, and I can't remember the reference, about something about Muhammad leaving his wife or making a agreement with his wife that he'll leave, was it Hafsa, because she was getting old and a bit, you get what I mean?
No,
Old
Sauda.
and a bit unattractive.
Sauda.
Love, can you just explain the story, please? I'm going to show this back to her so we can see that.
If you go to the Quran, you will find that the word nushud appear in the Quran twice. Once about the wife, and once about Muhammad. So in chapter 4, verse 128, tell her to go and read the interpretation for this verse. And you will see that the woman they are talking here about is Sauda, the wife of Muhammad. She become old, and the Muslims describe her as fat, heavy, and slow. So the Prophet, he don't want her no more. So the wife, she heard that Muhammad want to get rid of her. So she came to Aisha, and she made an agreement with Aisha. Please convince him to keep me, because this woman, she will be homeless. She's old now. So Muhammad, he used her, and now it's time to dump her. She said to Aisha, if you convince him, he can keep me as a wife, but you don't need to come to me. I will give you my day. And that was the agreement. And this is what they're talking here. Muhammad, he liked the idea, Okay, as long as I'm not going to sleep with her, okay, let her, she is my wife still, And your day is 2 days now. Because Muhammad always, he favored Aisha. He called her the same as tharid, which means a dish of food, of meat. Imagine, describe his wife as just a dish of food, his favorite dish. So maybe he used to eat her. So here it says that if those two women, if the women agree, they make an agreement, that's good. And it's about Sauda. So just give her this verse, chapter 4, 128, and she can go and open any interpretation she wish.
So let me quickly put this into perspective. So essentially, God is sending down a verse justifying that if a man wants to desert his old wife, where she's become clearly unattractive, and as a man, we know what's really going on here. She's become old. Okay, maybe she doesn't fulfill his desire in that way as much anymore. God is now bringing down a verse saying that because the argument here is that this Muslim says, oh, Muhammad treated all his wives fairly and stuff like this. But essentially, we have God here bring down a verse saying, if you want to swap out, you can do a swap out. If you want to swap the old for the new, basically.
We have tons of reference of Muhammad never treat his wife fairly. As an example, there's a hadith, very authentic, many hadith, speaking about Hafsa and the other wives of Muhammad, complaining about Aisha taking all the gifts. All the gifts had to come to the house of Aisha. So they were striking, asking him to treat them equally. Muhammad, he refused. He said to his, even they sent his daughter Fatima, which is not really his daughter. He said to her, do you want to hurt me? In Aisha, don't hurt me. He refused to, and here this is Ibn Kathir, do you see it?
I see it.
In 2 Sahih is recorded that Aisha said, when Sauda bint Dham'a become old, so she fighted her day to Aisha, and the Prophet used to spend Sauda night with Aisha. There is similar narration for this in al-Bukhari, and then they continue. So the Prophet now, he have no desire for this old woman. That is a man who have married to an old woman, and he does not desire her, and he want to divorce her. So she say, I forfeit my right to you. I don't want any right, just keep me. So this poor woman.
So this ayah was revealed.
Yeah. So now this woman, she been used and abused. Now she is old. There's no need for her no more. Her sex drive is not what he's looking for. She is not attractive. So he wanna dump her. She did not do anything wrong.
This is just because this is crazy stuff.
Yeah, she's just because she become old, and the hadith described that she become heavy, fat, not a pleasant person, and Muhammad don't want to sleep with her no more. Yeah.
CP, do you know what it is? Yeah, if this was any other person, just the normal 21st century, a man that done this, girls will be condemning him. Oh, look at him, he's so bad. This person got this way. Is that true love? But when it's the supposedly best example of the world, this is crazy to me, honestly. Crazy.
First of all, who dare to say from those Abdul, even if they knew, but there's a lot of Muslims in their heart when they see this. They knew that Muhammad is a very ugly person, a very ugly character. But who dare? Same time, defending Muhammad bring you a privilege. As an example, if Ali Dawah now, he say something wrong about Muhammad, what he will lose? All the money he's making in one second.
Yeah.
So they make a lot of money by defending a fraud, but they will lose all the money if they attack the fraud. So there's a privilege. The privilege is about money. Even the caliphate after Muhammad, even Umar al-Khattab, who is one of the most famous caliphate for the Muslims, he accused Muhammad to be a liar. He says, I know about the black stone. He says, I know that you are a stone. You have no benefit,
Madness, I remember that one.
So
that's a good sign that, for me, that some of the Sahaba, they were. It's a bit funny to me. I still don't get the story. Like, it's like they knew that this man might be false, but we're just gonna follow him. But with some of the stuff he's doing, can't they kind of tell this guy's a bit? Do you get what I mean? A bit dodgy. Like, should we be following him?
You see,
it seemed like they're very doubtful. Even when he was.
Yeah, I just mentioned to you the benefit, the money, right? So Umar, if you want to stay to be in the position to be a caliphate, will he have still to accept what Muhammad did, even though obviously he is not convinced in a single one? So here we go. I saw Umar kissing the stone and saying, I know for sure that you are a stone which can neither benefit nor injure. And had I not seen Allah Messenger kissing you, I would not have kissed you. So now what Umar is doing? He is announcing that this is a stupid thing to do. It's useless, it's harmless. So why we kiss it? Because Muhammad kissed it. But this is opposed what Muhammad said. Muhammad, he said, this is stone, erase your sin. If you kiss it or you touch it, he said the black stone is the right hand of Allah. He said that the stone will have eyes and mouth in the day of judgment. So all of those mentioned by Muhammad, approved by Muslims, and now it turned to be that Umar himself, the most famous person in Islam after, in fact, Muhammad, he says, if there is a messenger will come after me, that would be Umar. Imagine. Yeah. So Umar, he exposed who is Muhammad, But why Umar is doing what Muhammad did? Because if you want to stay in your position, people support
Follow
you,
your power.
stay as a leader, you have to say and you have to do what Muhammad did, even though obviously you know it's stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kiss it. You know? Didn't know what to say, you know. Because it's holy. Why it's holy? Because kiss it. Huh? Yeah. So,
Yeah. It's very funny how like they're very devout to something that they don't have much evidence for. Like it's I find it crazy. Like even my friend that defends it, honestly, like now that I've been watching somebody how like some of them, these Muslims, they're very devout, like just bounce off what you're saying. Like even my friend, and now that I'm speaking to him more and I have more knowledge myself, he probably knows about like probably about 5%, but he is so devout. He's like wearing the whole Islamic dressing. He'll fight for Allah, but he doesn't know anything. And it's just crazy.
yeah, no,
I don't get it.
those are not devout. They are, you know, they're just hypocrite. As I said, they appear as devout, but nobody of them. A devout Muslim is someone join ISIS, Al Qaeda. If you don't, he is not devout. He is just a hypocrite.
Yeah. Definitely.
A true believer,
Um,
a true believer is a true believer. And how you know? Look what they do. A devout Muslim is not someone who go in YouTube to defend Muhammad. Is someone who do jihad as Muhammad told him to do.
it's true. It's actually true. You're not Leah.
Muhammad, he made it clear that the best of the believers are the one who do jihad.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So sorry, CP, I don't want to take too much of your time. So just one more question. It's even a bit of a silly question. What we just read there in terms of the verse with Sauda given a day to Thingy, and it said that the verse was revealed. Just on this, because I was speaking to my friend about this. How is that like in terms of the timing of these ayahs being revealed? Like to your knowledge, I don't know if it's a silly question, but how exactly was it revealed? Like, would a situation happen and then all of a sudden, right there in the moment,
Yeah,
it would be
obviously,
like Muhammad is.
and this is a proof that Islam is false, because if the Quran is written before time, before the creation of the whole world, and now Allah, His God, He is writing about a guy he don't like his wife, and they make an agreement to give the day to Aisha. What is this? Is that the book of God? I mean, what is this? You know, what is the interest? Or God, He is making verses about Muhammad, women offering themselves to sleep with him. Is that what God is about? I mean, the whole world is in chaos. What is the ethic? What is it? It's all about Muhammad, his private part, his sexual desire, his money. All right? Let us see. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you, brother.
No, thank you, Christian, for the honesty. Thanks so much. God bless you.
You're welcome. Hansh, are you there?
Oh, yes, I am. Hi, CP. I just have one question because I can't find any Quran verse where it says Jesus is sinless. I don't know if there's a hadith or a Quran surah.
Chapter 19, verse number 19 in the Quran, Jesus is holy.
And a Muslim will tell me that doesn't mean he's sinless.
What they say to you?
It's when I bring it up, I try to bring up 1661 where it says.
No, what they say to you? What they say when you say to them that, what they say to you?
They say he could be pure, but it's
okay,
possible that
thank you. Pure is sinless.
All right, that was the only question I had. Thank you, CP.
Isn't this what pure mean? Right?
That's what, to me, that's what it means.
Yeah, so they try to fix it. They make it more horrible. Because now not only he is sinless, he is pure. Like, totally pure. You know? So,
yeah,
a pure person, that is not us.
Yeah, no one's pure.
Yeah, and Muhammad, he said himself, كل ابن آدم خطاء. Every son of Adam is a sinner. Jesus, and this is why Jesus in Islam too, he is not the son of any Adam.
Yeah, they do it to try to reconcile, like they're contradicting verses. I'll say no, like they'll how Allah will wash away anyone that doesn't do sin.
Adam is a sinner. Adam is a sinner, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The sons of Adam, according to Islam, are sinners. So why Jesus is not the son of Adam? Because he have no sin. So in Christianity, Jesus is born of a woman, but he have no father as a man. Is easy to understand because he is son of God. But in Islam, Jesus is born. He's born, remember. The stupid Quran says that Jesus is the same as Adam. No, Adam is not born. And the Quran says that Adam and Jesus are similar because Allah He said to them, be, and they were. But we know that neither Adam, neither Jesus came to existence by the word be, and they were. Muhammad, according to him in the Quran, Allah He made mud, He dried the mud, took him 40 years, then He breathed into it and took him a lot of time to be ready. So what is the word be? It's just a lie.
Yeah, and it is, yeah.
Yeah. All right, my friend. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. Have a blessed night.
Mr. Kartifa.
Yeah, Atifa. Hello, my friend. May the Lord bless you. I'm also I used to be a Muslim. Now I'm a Christian.
No
thanks be to the Lord
way.
Jesus
What
Christ.
you did. You left Islam. What are you doing, man? Guys, somebody
Yeah.
somebody call a doctor. This guy, he's suffering from mental issue. He left the okay, hold on. Let me try to convince you. Do you know that now you will not get the banana for free in heaven? No more.
Uh, nah, I don't want the goods of
I don't know.
Islamic
I don't know
Jannah.
how you
I
do
want
that. I
Jesus.
don't know. I mean, banana. I mean, what's wrong with you? All right, brother. Go ahead. What do you want to say?
Prince, basically I'm from a very secular family, and the only person in my whole family, because when I used to be Muslim, I used to be very devout. The only other person that was devout alongside me was my cousin, and he's still a Muslim, and of course he's trying to bring me back to Islam again. But this is interesting, Prince. Is like I want to say something and I want to ask my questions, and maybe hopefully you can help me with those.
Sure.
But what I understood is that every religion in the world, not just the Abrahamics, but all, like even the Far Eastern religions that are idolatry, every religion is going to have their excuses to remain in that religion. So this is why every argument and everyone is going to bring an excuse for those arguments, even though I haven't found some yet from the other Muslims. For example, I've not seen any Muslim explain the fact that the Quran and the Sunnah of Muhammad explicitly affirm the Bible and the Torah that it was not corrupted and it was original. It was only the later scholars around the year 1000 and after Ibn Hazm, that they started to say that the Torah and the Bible were corrupted. So no one answered this yet. But aside from that, what I've seen is that everyone is going to give excuses to remain in the religion, and they're not going to answer those questions themselves. But Prince, I want you to do you have any rebuttals to when Muslims say that? I mean, you just spoke about prophecies of Muhammad, but what about the miracles of Muhammad? Like, because they bring their oral traditions about those hadiths and stuff, and they say they're mutawatir and whatnot. For example, the splitting of the moon, or the fountain. That I don't know exactly know the fountain thing, but it's like Muhammad stick his hand in the sand and water start coming out. I don't know, I don't remember that miracle very well, but
Yeah.
the splitting of the moon. How do you debunk these, right? Because my cousin went to me and said, "What about the miracles of Muhammad? Like, are you just going to discard them aside? What do you say to that?"
About the moon, if you read the verse, you will see nowhere it says Muhammad did miracle. It says that the sign, the day judgment, the day of judgment, is near, very near, and the moon split. So Muhammad, he claimed he made a false prophecies. He just got himself busted. So the sign, the day of judgment is near. Iqtarabat. But this was 1400 years ago, and nothing happened yet. And look what the Muslims they say in the translation: the hour has drawn near, and the moon has been a cleft asunder. Between two brackets, the people of Mecca requested the Prophet Muhammad SAW to show them a miracle. So he showed them splitting the moon. But look, this is a fabrication. Nowhere in the verse says that Muhammad he did or Allah he did. Not only that, where is this? This is the hour now. The hour. Muhammad he claimed that the hour started. What the sign of the hour? The moon splitting. Same time, if you go and read the hadith, you will find that according to the Muslim story, when the moon split so far to the point become two pieces, and the Mount of Hara appear from between the two pieces. Is the moon split now? No. Was it split ever? No. And if this is true, not eclipse, the moon is split, the whole world will witness it and disasters will happen. Because that will cause tsunami, that will cause disaster, and most likely the pieces of the moon, because now we have two moon, correct? If it's split, that will change the location of the moon and that will hit the earth. On the best scenario, one will go in the sky farther and the other part will hit the earth. That will destroy the earth. So who witnessed the moon splitting in the whole world? Nobody. No one. And this is the moon. This is not the light in my bedroom. So if the moon split in Mecca, people in Syria will see it, people in Africa will see it, people in Pakistan, they will see it, people in India will see it, people in Syria, who they are the Roman, they will see it. Nobody saw it. So who saw this moon splitting? It's just an eclipse. In the top of that, in the Quran, it says that Allah never gave Muhammad a miracle. None. So if the Muslims say in the Hadith that Muhammad had miracles, and the Quran says Allah refrained from giving Muhammad miracles, which one of them is telling the truth? Nothing, chapter 17, verse number 59, prevent us from sending miracles, signs, except that the ancient called them lies. So what Allah saying? He refrained from sending miracles. So did Allah send miracles or he refrained? He refrained. Are you with me?
Yes, yeah, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And those stories in the Hadith are obviously fabrication, because Muhammad himself, the one who can do miracles, he can do miracle he need. I mean, like Muhammad, he died. The guy, he was so sick. He faint every few minutes. So how he is a person who do miracle? Imagine we say that Jesus, he's sick, the one who healed everybody. That doesn't make sense. How he heal everybody, but he cannot heal himself. So Muhammad himself, he was so sick, he can't even go to the bathroom. He can't even stand to pray. He can't even walk. They have to drag him like a dead man. He faint every few minutes. How he is sponsored by Allah, and now his job is not done. Still, he's a prophet. He have to deliver Quran, but yet he is in very horrible situation. So how come Jesus can heal the people? Like there's a video of Mufti Menk. He said, Jesus just moved his hands and the crowd, all of them will be healed without touching them. Thousands of people. That is Jesus. Muhammad himself is sick and dying, and he faint every 2 seconds. Where is the miracle? There's no miracle. So all those miracles, you find them in the Hadith, but the Quran confirmed that Muhammad have zero miracle, and not a single verse in the Quran saying Muhammad did a miracle, including the chapter of the moon, because in there it doesn't say that Muhammad did or even Allah did. They claim it's a sign. When they say a sign, they don't believe in it. What is the sign? Eclipse. So now there's eclipse is going to happen tomorrow. I claim that my God, he did it to me to prove to you that I'm prophet. How that can prove that I'm prophet? Plus, he prophesied that it is a sign of the day of judgment, which again proved that Muhammad is a false prophet, for the day of judgment never happened until now. All right?
Can you repeat that? Because I don't know, I think it might be my fault, but you kind of like, your voice is kind of stopping and then
All right.
resuming again.
All right. Am I here, guys? You hear me in Discord? Am I here? All right. So I was saying, if I prophesy to you, if something happened now outside, and like now the sun appear, and in the middle of the night, and I say, oh, the day of judgment is coming, the sun appear in the middle of the night, I just announced that this is a sign of the day of judgment. So how it can be that this is the sign of the day of judgment, and this is 1400 years ago?
Yeah, no, that makes very much sense.
Yeah, it cannot be. I can say a sign of the day of judgment if it is really a sign of the day of judgment. Actually, in Arabic, it says clearly, the hour has drawn near. In Arabic, the word اقترب is not only near, it is almost there. You can check the dictionary, you know. So, is the day of judgment? This is a sign of the day of judgment. This is not just a miracle. This is a day of judgment sign. So Muhammad claimed in his time that the moon split is a sign of day of judgment. And here that will expose the lies of the Muslims when they say that the people of Mecca, they asked Muhammad to do a miracle. The verse says the opposite. It says the moon split and the judgment day is near. And not to forget, this is a poetry Muhammad he copied from a man. His name is Umar al-Qais. He copied it word by word. He changed only one word actually. If you go to the poetry of Ibn al-Qais, let me show you, I will put it for you in the screen.
Right.
Muhammad here replaced the word danat, which means become closer, with the word اقتربت. So this is the poetry of Amr al-Qais. And here you see is highlighted all the sentence Muhammad, he took it and he put it literally in the Quran. Literally. Do you see the black line? All those black line is literally the whole sentence is taken and he put it in the Quran. This is a poet made by a guy, his name is Amr al-Qais. He said, ذات الساعة وانشق القمر عن غزال صاد قلبي ونفر أحورا قد حرت في أوصافه ناعش الطرف بعينيه حور مر يوم العيد في زينته فرماني فتعاطف عقر, etc. So this guy is saying the judgment day is near. The deer, you know, that he's talking about the deer is a girl, his girlfriend. She's so beautiful. The deer hunted my heart and he ran. This is another very amazing, beautiful Arabic poetry. Muhammad could not make poetry. He took the sentence, he put it in the Quran. ناعش الطرف بعينيه. You go to the Quran, you will find it. فرماني فتعاطف عقر. You go to the Quran, you find it. فتركني كهشيم المحتضر. You go to the Quran, you find it. All those verses, all those is highlighted as it is. Muhammad, he took it from the poetry of this man.
Wow. So this poem is before Muhammad.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Let me search up the link. Oh, this is interesting.
I will post the link for you. And
okay.
And you can use Google Translation because this is an image. However, if you go down, even if it's an image, you can use Google, like Lens, or to translate it. However, if you go down here, you will see you can use Google Translation to translate.
The hour approached and the moon slid open from a deer that caught my heart and fled.
See? So the hour approached and the moon split and the deer took my heart and flee, Yeah. So Muhammad is a thief.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right.
I've seen,
All right, brother. Let's take another caller, if you don't mind.
Yes, of course, definitely. Thank you very much. May the Lord bless you.
Thank you. LE9. But why Allah sent Muhammad?
As a warner.
As a what?
A warner.
As a warner?
Yes.
To warn us from what?
About disobeying Allah.
Disobeying Allah?
Yes.
But your prophet, he said, if you don't disobey Allah, Allah will destroy you.
That's not true.
You want to challenge me?
Yes, I will destroy you.
You will what?
Yeah, show us.
All right. And that will debunk all the Muslims' claim about Islam, that Islam came to, fix things, etc. In fact, Islam is a religion of fornication, killing, hatred, sin. Because if you don't sin, Allah will hate you, Allah will destroy you. This is your prophet talking, all right? Can you read for us? Go ahead.
Allah would replace you with the people who would commit sin.
Uh-huh.
Hey, what's wrong?
Hmm.
What's wrong with
A
this?
second ago you said he came to warn us to follow Allah. A second after, Allah wants us to commit sin. And if we don't commit sin, he would destroy us. So Muhammad, he was sent as a warner, not to commit sin, but to commit sin. So Allah sent Muhammad to tell us, you need to commit sin. I'm warning you. My God, Allah is the devil. If you don't commit sin, he will destroy you. Are you there?
I don't think the Arabic says that.
You don't think what? The Arabic says that?
Yeah.
Is that translation, is my translation? Isn't it this your Muslim website?
Yeah, but it could be wrong. Who knows?
Okay, here we go. This is the Arabic. Read it for me.
I don't understand.
So you don't understand Arabic, but you said to me you don't think the Arabic says that.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Okay, true story. Let me, I will read for you. والذي نفسي بيده لو لم تذنبوا لذهب الله بكم ولجاء بقوم يذنبون فيستغفرون الله تعالى فيغفر لهم. So he's saying the same. I swear by Allah, if you don't commit sin, Allah will destroy you, will replace you with people who commit sin, and Allah will forgive them. You see it? So this game about maybe the Arabic doesn't say the same, it doesn't work. This is your Muslim website. This is not our translation. So what the purpose of Muhammad? What the purpose of Muhammad is inviting us to commit sin and to be people of mischievement in the earth, and to be fraud, and to be criminals, and to be rapists, and to be fornicators, and that will make Allah happy. Otherwise, if you don't, Allah will destroy you. Are you there, Abadi?
I don't think this is like authentic.
You don't think what? Why you are talking like, talking to yourself like, I don't think that. You're talking like Joe Biden. Stop talking like Muhammad. Talk like a man. Tell me what you are saying. What do you think? Don't think. It says in front of you, if you don't commit sin, Allah will destroy you and replace you. And then what you say to me, I don't think. Yeah. Well, that's very convincing. So Abadi, why Allah he sent the Prophet Muhammad? Here we go. We just showed you. Prophet Muhammad, he told us you have to commit sin, otherwise Allah will destroy you. So Muhammad was sent by Allah to make us commit sin, not to make us better people. And he himself, he was living and swimming in sin. I mean, if Muhammad, he took a shower, what will come from the shower? A sin of scenario, or scenario of sin. Do we have any Muslim who would like to join us? Because Abadi, he fainted.
No, I haven't.
So tell us, I don't know what happened to you. You are so sleepy. I don't know.
Look,
What?
I would have to see the interpretation of the scholars on this one.
You want to see the interpretation of the interpretation?
Yeah.
What I like about Islam, we show them something, the Muslim, they ask for interpretation. Then we show them the interpretation. Then they say we need interpretation for this interpretation because it's not clear. And then we show them other interpretation for the interpretation and the interpretation. They say this interpretation is not giving good interpretation for the previous interpretation. And then we ask them, like, what do you want to do? He said, we need more interpretation. And then we keep giving interpretation, and the reason after that, we have no answer. I mean, this is a clear religion. The Quran, Allah, he says, he explained his book in details, man.